Alright, what's up everyone? This is Fox's Out, or SciSiv if you play with me on here. So, real quick, I want to go over touch base. Everyone's asking what my loadouts are for all my weapons. So basically, I'm going to do this down and dirty real quick because I want to go to sleep. But all the weapons that I use almost have the exact same layout. So, for every weapon that I have. So, the only red dot that I ever really use is a standard red dot just because that's what I'm used to using. If sometimes I use the Coyote, I do use the Coyote and the MPX, but for my M16, my ACR, my AK-5Cs, all those things, it's all going to be the red dot, just a standard red dot with a green laser, flash hider, and potato grip. Now, that's for everything. That's for all of my carbines, all my assault rifles. The only difference for my engineer class, so if I want to use the PDW, so if I use the MPX, I put a compensator on all the PDWs because from what I noticed, I used to use flash hider, but what I noticed is that the PDWs like to sway left and right a lot, so this helps with the sideways recoil, as the reducing muzzle drift, so the stability, etc., etc. So muzzle brake is vertical climb, and this is drifting, so moving around on the cursor. So that's why I use the compensator now. For my LMGs, the only LMG that I ever run suppressor on is the MG4, and that's because it's got 200 fucking rounds. So, and I like to use it to rush and get behind people. That's why I put a suppressor so no one knows where I'm at immediately. But for everything else, like, which one do I use a lot? I'm not a big, so the AWS, right? I don't do anything to it. It's same standard loadout as everything else that I have. It's just gonna be a potato grip and flash hider. Now the flash hider doesn't do anything for the character of the weapon itself. All that does is stops your muzzle flash, so no one can see where you're shooting at. Like, they'll see your dot on the map, but they're not going to see the flash from your barrel. So that's the only reason why I use it. That's pretty much it for sniping. On the other hand, now the only sniper that I really use is the intervention. That's it. I don't really care about anything else. The only two scopes that I ever use on this is the 6x and the 40x. And the only time I use the 40x if I'm playing on Paracel Storm and I'm doing rush. That's the only time I ever use it because I sit with a bipod on the carrier and just do 700-meter headshots until we get those MCOMs, and then I push up. But that's the only time you'll ever see me run a bipod. If go for that straight pull, that'll help out a lot, so you don't have to pull out of your scope. Although I mean, for instinct, I do anyways. But it's pretty easy to stay on target with a straight pull, so that way you don't have to zoom out if you're doing long-range sniping and lose your target potentially in case you guys are, dueling it out or whatever. So that's quick down and dirty of the main weapons that I use. The pistols. If you don't have the Desert Eagle, get it. Get it. I don't know why someone tried to tell me not to use muzzle brake, but what a muzzle brake does, it stops the vertical climb, right? So if you spam the trigger, it's gonna stop it from going too far up. However, it's still going to drop your accuracy if you're trying to spam the trigger as well. I think that's what someone's trying to tell me. They wanted to see a heavy barrel, which is good for longer range if you're trying to snipe people, but I usually don't try to. Sometimes I do here and there if you guys see it on the stream. Sometimes I get those medium range shots, but I don't really care too much for that. But if you don't have this, and you don't have any of the map packs, the best overall pistol is the M9. As you can see, if you look at the green bar, it's 100% accuracy at hip fire. It's perfect. The accuracy is decent. It does 25 damage a shot. I mean, it's a very overall well-rounded pistol. I think, in my opinion, the best pistol in the game. Besides the Desert Eagle, now that thing just came out, it's insanely overpowered. And if they nerf it, I'll be upset, but I'm not going to be surprised if they do. So, standard loadouts. If you guys have any other questions, someone wanted to do a Q&A, but I don't have any questions or Q&A that you guys have said. So, message me. If you're on the stream, give me a bunch of questions. Maybe I'll do another video for questions for you guys. Thanks for tuning in.